Okay, so it is a very sad day. I woke up to some pretty shitty news. And this is a very last minute video, so I'm sorry if I miss anything or if I say anything that's not entirely accurate. And there's so much to say, I'm going to try to keep this as short as I possibly can. Edward Van Halen, or Eddie, as everyone knows him. I'm assuming you guys all know Van Halen. I mean, if you're interested in my content, you're probably interested in rock to some degree, right? He's a Dutch-American guitarist, Eddie Van Halen, who, with his brother Alex, or Alexander Van Halen, created Van Halen. He has unfortunately passed away. And, you know, since the 70s, they've been this massive rock icon. It's just a fucking truck. Yeah? Cars everywhere. As soon as I start recording, there's cars everywhere. If you're into rock or metal at all, you know who Van Halen is, so you probably know who Eddie Van Halen is. If you don't know him specifically, you would know his guitar. The artwork for his guitar, which he did himself. He did so much stuff to his guitar himself, but I won't get into his gear in this video. Yeah, he's passed away, and he's just been an absolute fucking legend of a person, and a huge inspiration to me, and a huge inspiration to a lot of fucking people. One of the first 3 albums that I ever bought myself was the Van Halen album. Why is it just suddenly so many fucking cars? I hope I'm loud enough. I feel like I should be yelling. No. So the first 3 albums I ever bought were a Nirvana album, a Steel Panther album, and a Van Halen album. I had one album before that was gifted to me, Evanescence. It is safe to say that really big deal. So this was a really big deal to me. I've had a bit of time today to process it, which is why I'm not quite as emotional as I was when I found out. And I don't want this to be a super sad video. I want to, just show gratitude for the guy. I remember being a teenager and locking myself in the bathroom and listening really loud to Van Halen and pissing my mum off in the process. She was kind of glad when I was listening to Van Halen as opposed to Steel Panther. But regardless, I've got a lot of memories attributed to the band. It was the first time that, I listened to music and I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna love this until the day I die. That was, one of the first times that ever happened to me. Yeah, so one of the first rock bands that I ever was obsessed with and still am. I still frequently listen to Van Halen. And I think I started listening to them when I was about 13 or 14, I bought that album. I remember having, growing up I didn't have great social skills, and I found it really hard to relate to people and connect with people. I still kind of have issues with that, but I've worked on it. And I remember Van Halen being one of the first things that kind of helped me connect to anyone. You'd find out that someone liked the same band as you, and I'm sure all of you have this with some band or another, and you'd just both be able to just go and appreciate, regardless of how well you knew each other, how much you loved this band. And that was Van Halen for me, at least very early on. I remember being about 14 and I was in hospital for a bit. There was this nurse who worked there. He would have been in his 40s or something, and he was shocked about the fact that I was into Van Halen, because they are after my time, right? Quotation marks. But, and we just belted out Why Can't This Be Love, because that's one of my favorite songs by them. And it was I think it was the first time that I properly had that with someone else, because not a lot of people my age at the time were into it, that I knew at least. But that experience was really cool because, I wasn't in a very great place. That's why I was in hospital, and it was cool to feel so passionate about something, even when you're not in a great place. And music has been that for me ever since. And it definitely has, even when you're not feeling great, been something that I can just listen to and be for this, 45 minutes of an album, I feel fucking awesome, right? It was definitely something that helped me connect to people and helped me just emotionally in general. After that, long after that, meeting people at bars who had the same love for Van Halen. Cherry Bar, for instance, every time Van Halen played, there's about 10 mates that I think I made at that bar alone that I met on stage air guitaring to Van Halen and air drumming in my case a lot of the time. And it was just such a brilliant way to connect to other people and to connect to music and to enjoy music and enjoy life. From heartbreak to mental illness to everything like that. It really elevated my experience in life. Sorry, it's getting a bit darker on the camera. It's because the sun's going down. But you could say it elevated me higher and higher. I had to make that joke. I wrote it in. I have to write everything. You guys know that by now. Yeah, so Eddie, easily one of the most influential musicians of all time, not even just in rock, and his life story is just fucking phenomenal. I've spent the entire day just watching interviews and videos about him and listening to his music, and it's a band that I never got to see live, which sucks, but being influenced at all by Eddie and his life's work, it has infinitely improved my life, and I just wanted to make this video documenting that and, you know, making some kind of tribute to him and his life. You know, cancer's a son of a bitch. Everyone knows that. Everyone I know has been affected by cancer, either personally or by losing someone close to them. I guess I was talking to a friend earlier about this. We're just glad, and I'm just glad, that he had built in his life such a legacy. And in that way, he will continue to live on via his music, people listening to it, by his family, Wolf, you know, like the fact that he, you know, gigged with his son for years is fucking amazing. You know, his amps and his guitars and all this kind of stuff. You know, the man just, he completely changed the world. He changed my world, he changed the world of so many other people. You know, his fans and influence absolutely live on for fucking ever. And yeah, so I just wanted to make this video. It's really, it's a sad day, but I'm so fucking happy that I found his music, and I'm so fucking happy that I had him and his brother and everybody else who's played in Van Halen to just completely change my life and inspire me and start the ball rolling with music having as much of an impact on my life as it does. And, you know, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to, like, live the rest of it around music. And I absolutely have Van Halen and Eddie to thank for a portion of that. And I'm always going to promote music, and I'm always going to want to work in the industry, as I have been for a while. I think that's all I kind of wanted to say about it. I didn't want to make this video too long. I mentioned that earlier, but yeah, thank you, Eddie. I know he won't really be able to see this, but, you know, fuck yeah. Lived a really, really fucking awesome life. And it's tragic that you're gone. 65 is too young, in my opinion, to leave this world, but, you know, you made a fucking impact, and kudos. Anyway, that's the video, I think. I hope it's alright. Bye.
It's made